Мы приглашаем вас на новый эпизод воскресной ночной битвы. Welcome to another exciting episode of Sunday Night Fights.
What's up, fight fans? Welcome back to another exciting episode of Saturday Night Fights. We are here to bring you games from the Semoskiy 1v1 tournament that is already underway. So welcome to the channel and to the stream. This will inaugurate a long weekend of Company of Heroes 2 action. I'm Ami Politsai Funk, and I will hopefully be joined by a special guest at some point. White Flash is here. Say hi to SNF, White Flash.
What up, SNF?
What up, SNF? All right, I'm not going to key up anymore, Flash. I'm on auto audio detect, etc. So you won't hear me unless you listen to stream. Anyway, onwards.
Sophie was here, has left the channel.
Keep people out of my channel, damn it. Let's see. Click, click, click. I'm still getting my transitions correct. And so there we got a little bit of that action. All right, what's up? Tribal Bob, guest of honor in the chat, Relic developer, original creator of the Semoskiy map that will be reborn as Semoskiy and featured in today's games. We're going back and forth between winter and summer Semoskiy. We just learned from Tribal Bob in the chat that he was not involved in the reboot of Semoskiy to Semoskiy for Co2. Didn't you even look over somebody's shoulder and say, hey, the church should be a few feet to the left? Wasn't there any of that? Weren't you an advisor at all, Tribal Bob? It's your baby, right? Tribal Bob's like, I don't even know why this map is so successful. I just kind of made it, before COH ever existed back in the day, and it just wound up being a classic map that you wound up using for 6-7 years of Sunday Night Fights. Yeah, it was an incredible accident, a happy accident. Somehow this map with a huge lake and a river, like a bridge map with horrible choke points, became a wonderful competition map. What an anomaly. It defies everything that we know about Company of Heroes and the kind of maps that we enjoy generally. But this is really wonderful because the winter version of Semoskiy, that river and that pond is frozen over. So suddenly units have entire new access routes to get into the center of the map. And so we should see an entirely different game on Semoskiy Winter, which is blizzard free. A wonderful thing to do for a match. Just reading Tribal Bob's chat. See, bridge maps can be fun. All right, well, we'll trust you on that one, Bob. I mean, it is your game after all. All right, so the first thing we're going to show today is a game from round 2. The guys are all playing right now. I mean, this tournament is in effect. If you've been following the co2.org Twitter, you will know that the games are hot and heavy, being played. All right, let's go into this game that we're going to look at first. This is going to be Dayaveer versus Apfelsaft. And let's see. Yeah, here it is. All right, cool. So Dayaveer will be playing the Soviets, and Apfelsaft will also be playing the Soviets. It's a best of one. Glad you like the overlay, White Flash. It's a best of one, so we allow mirror matches. You know, we allow you to play your preferred faction. This is one of the things that mirror matches has enabled for us. We can do these quick rounds, best of ones, short and sweet. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. And yeah, to get further in the tournament, you have to be able to win these shotgun bouts with your opponents. So, Apfelsaft, let's see, Dayaveer as Soviets. He's 285th, got about a 600 win ratio. Don't think this is a spoiler because, of course, everything that you see here are from auto match games. You know, the player cards only count auto match games, multiplayer. So the basic games that they played today will not show up in the streaks. So we are spoiler free. So here's Dayaveer as as Soviets, 285th. Let's see how Apfelsaft looks. Well, okay, so he's the favorite. He's 200 places higher. He's 52nd, and he's got almost 700% win ratio. And he's also got some tournament experience. I know that Apfelsaft has been playing in the ESL tournaments, and he's been in a couple of our tournaments. So we should see a good game from him. He's the guy to beat. All right, let's just go in game and get this started, shall we? If I can find the right key to press. All right, my transitions will get better, I promise. Here we go. Hopefully I'm in game. Better check before I start. Okay, it was a beautiful day in Berlin today. So just before I start this, let me just check that we're going in game successfully. Be sure you follow co2org on Twitter. I can see now that I'm missing my scoreboard. Let's get that back up real quick. Here we go. Ba-bum. Okay, excellent. And we might as well put 0-0 here. Okay, back in game, and let's get her started. Unpause and 5, go! All right. I don't have anybody to sync with. Lonely Ami all by himself. Where's my Yoink? Where's my NTD? We were friends once. I miss you guys. All right. Self-sufficiency for the win. Okay, so Dayaveer will be in the south playing Soviets. He's going to be blue. Apfelsaft, our favorite for this match, is going to be in the north playing Soviets. He's going to be red. And here we go on Semoskiy. There's the church, which falls down in every good game, guaranteed by Eagleheart, who made sure to give it not enough hit points. All right, so how are you guys doing? It was a wonderful day in Berlin. I had a pizza and a glass of red wine at the trattoria across the street to get me ready for this. I'd cast. Well, come on, invent. Yeah, there's a guy doing something or not. Okay, well, you can be the play-by-play, and I'll be the strategic analyst. I'll be the strategic analyst. Come on, invent, Tribal Bob. I'll take you. Peter's not here yet. Hopefully, Peter will show up and join some of the next games. Okay, so what do we got? We're gonna have to do a lot of switching back and forth between these guys here. I'm gonna try to stay with Dayaveer as blue so that the overlay up here matches the player colors, but to see what they're building, we're gonna have to switch back and forth. So Dayaveer started with 3 conscripts, and Apfelsaft has not yet built the 3rd conscript. Let's see what's going on with him. I'm not exactly sure. Is he teching? No. Oh yeah, okay. So he went 2 conscripts into Molotovs. So incredibly fast Molotovs from, ooh, wow, 2 dudes. Oh, I thought there were 2 bodies there. Okay, so look at that. Quick Molotovs already thrown against these poor combat engineers who are slowly but surely roasting in the house. Okay, they threw their Molotov and then they left. And All right, another engineer dies, but they're gonna cap this all-important fuel. And here come the conscripts are coming back.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
All right, let's see. So Apfelsaft has a bit of presence in the center, and Dayaveer is not going to be able to wipe that fuel flag. Ooh, he's barely going to retreat with his life. Okay, you can retreat now, guys. You're safe. Oh, you better run. There they go, just in time. Those bullies, conscripts, are trying to kill them. So it's, casting mirror matches is brand new to me. For me to say, these conscripts are fighting these conscripts, I have to be much more specific now. I have to say Dayaveer's conscripts versus Apfelsaft's conscripts. So I'm going to be pretty bad at casting this mirror match, I think, because I've casted so few of them. But never apologize, right? I got this. As we can see, Dayaveer has 4 conscripts. These guys should have shifted slightly to the right so that they're not burning in those flames. I mean, I wonder how much experience these guys have playing mirrors. Every once in a while, the conscripts yell "oorah" even when they're not oorahing, just when they're sort of entering an engagement. All right, let's see if they can get a foot in. Yes, they do. Look at that. Low, just a sliver left on that flag. These guys get their feet in the circle. This is what I love about the new cap. Okay, now they're both throwing Molotovs at one another. I love that you can have those dramatic moments where units can start caps or stop caps right at the last second by running in and just getting a foot into the circle. All right, well, they delayed the decap, but they lost the engagement, so eventually it will get decapped. These guys look like they just popped some oorah, indeed. And they are going for a cutoff. They're going to cut this fuel off from Apfelsaft.
The enemy is encroaching on our territory.
So,
We are as ready as
what's
we
coming
can
next?
be.
Healing is coming next for Dayaveer. And let's see what Apfelsaft is doing in his base. He also is building a triage, a field infirmary. So they've got mirror builds now. Of course, Apfelsaft went earlier conscripts, but now they're all back in line again. Their build orders could be considered similar. When will they diverge is the question. A lot of territory jockeying going on in the center. Sniper v. sniper would be so weird. Yes. Well, would it? I don't know. I mean, the Co-1 snipers were really similar, and that was always fun. So, a 2v2 sniper war between Russian snipers would I think be equally fun. Okay, now we got some engagements on many sides. There's a conscript. Does he see it? Oh, Dayaveer's a bit slow to micro out of the way. Takes just a bit more damage than he should have. Wasn't there another fight down here somewhere? I thought there was.
Engineers have secured
Guess
the
not.
sector.
Okay, Apfelsaft just seems to be doing a little bit better with territory control. There's going to be a fight here soon. A lot of Russian on Russian violence. Don't show this to that what's he called? Angry nerd or. Whoa! These guys tried to Molotov their buddies. So not only do we have like Apfelsaft on Dayaveer Russian on Russian violence, but we have Dayaveer on Dayaveer Russian on Russian violence. What was the name of the guy who did the video comparing Relic to Nazis, etc.? Sorry, I shouldn't bring it up. But yeah, he's probably going to use this mirror match as an example to support his criticism of Company of Heroes 2.
Grenade!
I saw a guy Centurion streaming today. He's a Russian KO2 player, and of course he was using the Russian interface, so every bit of text was in Cyrillic, and all of the voices of the units were in Russian, and I was really enjoying that stream, just listening to the Russian units speaking Russian and screaming in Russian, and I only recognized like one word, granata, and da. I think there are a few others that I recognized maybe from BF2 Special Forces. Hey, Marcus, what's up, man? How you doing? Marcus, Peter's not here yet, at least not that I know of. If you want to join me for the next cast, that could be cool. Your strategic analysis is always insightful. I think our viewers would appreciate that. So we have a doctrine choice from Apfelsaft. He has called in this one command point heavy mortar. And guess what? Guess what, Company of Heroes fans? I have printed out Liwo Union's cheat sheet.
The hard part will be keeping it.
So I am prepared to figure out which doctrines these guys choose. So let's see how long it takes me. First of all, I need to have a look at it. All right, so it ends in I think this is guard motor coordination. No, so close. That one ends in IS2. Okay, wrong. All right, let me try again. Where's the one that ends in? Okay, I'm missing action. Darn it! Okay, what other one starts with mortar? This has got to be guard. What the heck? Oh man.
The enemy has taken our supply sector.
Tribal Bob, I blame you for this. Why can't I hover over something and figure out what doctrine this is? Yo, I don't even see it. I've got a cheat sheet. Did I get the latest version? I just printed it today. It's got to be the latest version. Okay, I fail. I don't see anything that matches what I'm seeing here. Man, that is really sad. I thought I was going to be so slick and so cool. All right. I could look at this thing till my eyes bleed, and I swear that none of them. I mean, it looks like it could be there's only one that starts with mortar, and that's guard motor coordination. But then it has completely different. Oh, maybe that is it. Maybe it's just the fact that. Oh, I see. This is what confused me. They both unlock at 4, and on my diagram, the T-34s are at the end. Okay, so it is indeed guard motor coordination. Okay. Just those things being out of order really threw me for a loop. But hey, I identified a commander. First caster ever to identify a commander. Thank you very much. I take my bows. Thanks to Liwo Union for the cheat sheet. Did Bob apologize? Everyone does in the event. What does that mean? He's here, sort of. Who's here? Peter's here? Who's here? I can't keep up with the chat. Too much to do. Too much conscript fighting to watch. There's a squad that's almost dead. Maybe we should have a look at him before he goes down. These guys have gone the PPSH doctrine. So they've upgraded. So we have our first heavy divergence in this mirror. Wow. These guys got out and ran away, and these guys got in. Oh boy. And I need to switch back. Okay, that was Apfelsaft. We got to switch back. I don't want to confuse myself too much. Dayaveer's got to stay blue. All right, so let's see. This is hit the dirt, and then guards, and then what's this one? This has got to be guard rifle combined arms. Yes. Okay, great. So we have Apfelsaft with guard motor coordination versus Dayaveer with guard rifle combined arms.
I'm just letting you know that I'm loading up the game. I'm gonna get the replay synced up with you.
Woo! Peter in the house. Welcome to the stream, Peter Qumsieh. How you doing, my friend?
Contact with enemy infantry.
I'm pretty good.
So
If you don't mind pausing the game for a little bit, we can do the sync.
yeah, sure. Let me pause it. Yeah, get in here, man. You are the guest of honor. Good morning. How are you today?
Good morning. I didn't know I didn't have you on my other account. I was on my personal account, not my Relic account. So I'm like, oh, maybe he's on my other account. So I found you.
All right, let me just check our audio levels. If people in the stream could give me do our audio levels match too much, or do one of us or does one of us need to be louder? Peter, talk to me some more.
Am I too quiet? Because I got my headset. It's a little bit away from me.
All right, let me just try to check. I'm trying to monitor the stream.
I can also boost it if we need to boost
All
it
right,
further.
Marcus says it's good. So Octonash says it's good. I trust these guys. These guys are trustworthy fellows.
I don't know, Marcus, that guy, he's a little bit sketchy, man.
Yeah, Marcus is a bit shady. He is Italian. We don't know if he's connected. We don't know like what's connected.
Let me tell you a little secret. Let me tell you a little secret. If you want to know why things take so long, like to be patched in, it's because of Marcus. Guy spends half the day asking us questions, so we don't get any work done.
That Marcus, man. Yeah. One thing he's really good at is pestering developers. I mean, why do you think we hired him?
No kidding, right?
I think you could be just a sliver louder. Maybe just, I don't know. I think I'm louder than you are from what I'm observing. All right, so you found Apfelsaft versus Dayaveer, the Russian mirror match from round 2?
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, Dayaveer and Apfelsaft.
That is correct, and I'm at 11 minutes and 33 seconds.
All right, I'll be there soon. I'm at 2 minutes right now, just 8 times.
I'm going to show off my commander cheat sheet. I printed out a huge cheat sheet so that I could recognize who plays which commander.
Yeah, they're looking at making the commanders a little bit more readable, like in terms of the icons. So that might be hopefully something that comes in soon.
Yeah, how about just something that says which commander it is? That's all we need, just some kind of hover thing on the command points or something like that.
Yeah, maybe. Hey, quick question. So why did you guys decide to allow mirror matches, just out of curiosity, just to kind of add flavor?
No, not at all. It's expediency. We've got best of 1 rounds. We have to play 4 rounds today. I don't like players playing more than 6 games. Eventually they get exhausted. And so we want high quality play. So we got to get through these 4 rounds, the first 3 of which are best of 1. And in a best of 1, there's no better way to ensure fairness than to allow mirror matches.
I see. Okay, fair enough. I remember it was pretty fatiguing playing a lot of games over and over.
Yeah, it is. Especially, if there's some kind of 45 or 50-minute drop-down, drag-out brawl, then you get exhausted. And if you have to play more than one of those, like 4 or 5 of those in one day, that could kill you. Okay, now here's my big screen. Here's my cheat sheet. This is from Liwo Union. I have to say big thanks to him. I don't know if you guys can see it. Can you see it?
Almost there. I'm at 8 minutes. I'm surprised to see that this Dayaveer guy hasn't picked a commander yet.
Yeah, he picked one late, but he does pick one. Probably right after 8 minutes.
Like, I know the 120 on this map is really good because you got the big water, and they're like, unlike the winter version, there's just no crossing it. So 120 on the side, either the north or the south, is a pretty good fire position.
Yep, I'm at 11 minutes and 33 seconds. And that mortar is positioned just north of the lake. You there too now?
Almost. Like a minute away.
T70 just came out.
Times like this, you wish you can specify where you want to fast forward to, huh?
See, we don't even need to go to give feedback. They know. Peter knows. You guys know. You know what we need.
All right, I'm at 11:33.
All right, we're going to unpause in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, unpause. 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. We good?
All right. We good.
Excellent. Yeah, it's tough to cast mirrors because, when you're casting a non-mirror match, you can just say conscripts versus grenadiers and everybody knows which team you're referring to, but when it's conscripts versus conscripts, you have to be a little more specific.
Yeah, no, I understand that. It's definitely a little bit tough. I think their doctrines will help differentiate them. The one has PTSHs, the other doesn't, so that should suffice for now.
Yeah, guard rifle versus guard motor.
Infantry have made the ultimate
That's what I've discovered from my cheat sheet, that these commanders are called. This T-70 is trying to work on the mortar. The mortar, whoa, he's having a little bit trouble moving, it looks like. I don't know what's going on with him. Seems to, ooh, do you see him doing the two-step?
Yeah, those bushes have impasse on them, so he probably got himself in a really bad spot.
Ooh. Welcome to the stream, Peter. just when you wanted to show up, right? Note to self.
Yeah, no. They probably just need to be fixed. The water and the bushes are too close. Once the bushes get fixed so that they're not causing unit impasse, then I think that, a lot of those passing issues should be resolved.
Ooh, this T-70 backs right into a mine and gets finished off quickly by Apfelsaft's T-34. Yeah, so Matt's the main map guy, right? And he is fully aware of the situation with the bushes. And although I'm sure he would have liked to get the maps changed before the tournament, he wasn't quite able to, and those changes will be coming soon. Am I correct?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, for sure. Very soon. As well as some other changes that I think you guys have been waiting for.
I have to personally thank you for the work you did getting this patch out before the tournament. I so much appreciate that. It's going to make this tournament so much more exciting.
Yeah, it took a lot of effort, and a lot of stress. But I said, if Annie Police Funk wants a patch, then I said, damn it, now we got to get a patch out.
Hell yeah, it's music to my ears. No, really, I've been casting games to warm up for this over the last week, and I've seen better and more interesting games, better use of combined arms, more flanks, just in the handful of games that I've done over the last week, than I have ever seen in this game before. So I think we're in the best balanced patch we've ever been in at the moment.
Yeah, I think so. I think the next patch in October will also add a lot of improvements. So it's interesting, if you look at what Apfelsaft did, so that Dayaveer guy took a risk going to T-70, just because, let's say Apfelsaft had gone to Tier 3 as well. By waiting up for the T-34, he knows that mid-late game he's going to have advantage over the T-70, so I think that risk that Dayaveer took didn't pay off at all.
No, and he wasn't really able to capitalize on his early T-70. I mean, he beat the T-34 to the field, but he wasn't able to do enough damage. And his advantage was his speed. And when he backed over that mine, that was a big loss for Dayaveer.
Right. Well, even Tier 3, like that makes sense against Germans. German Tier 4, it's slow enough that you can run away with the T-70. The T-34 is the same. It's 5.6, right? So it's almost on par with the T-70, meaning that running away from a T-34 isn't very viable.
Right, it's 5.6. Of course it is. I knew that. 5.6 speed.
You gotta keep up, man. You gotta keep up with these things,
Stats have never been my thing. That's why I invite guests to join me for these casts. And you and I would make a good casting team, because you know all the data. And I love that. I love casting with.
That strategically it might not have been the wisest move going for the T-70, especially given that he did have the field cut off.
Well, we were looking at the player cards earlier, and we saw that Apfelsaft, the player in the north, is ranked 50 at Soviet 1v1, and Dayaveer, the underdog in this matchup, is 280. So we have a little bit of a favored player in the north, and we're just waiting to see if he can confirm his higher rank position with a win here.
I think he already has. Strategically, he already has. Now it's going to come down to tactics.
Peter's called it already for the blue player. Oh, am I following the wrong guy again? No, for the red player.
Red player.
That's right. All right, early call
for Apfelsaft.
As a caster, that's one of the worst mistakes you can ever make is call GG for one side and then be wrong. As long as you're not wrong, it's fine.
Hopefully I'm not.
Yeah, hopefully you're not wrong.
Hopefully I'm not wrong.
I don't think you're wrong.
It's Applesauce's game to lose. I think it's Applesauce's game to lose because, like, right now he has, in terms of tech, he has a clear advantage. He has two T-34s out, and it looks like he has pretty strong map control.
Well, here comes the T-34 for Dayaveer. He's going to push out with an AT gun and his T-34. He just lost his connector point. though. That's priority number 1 is to get that back.
Yeah. That said, I think Dayaveer does have a better tier 2. He has a tier 2 building, so in this situation, he should be able to fare a lot better than Applesauce's tier 1.
Are you calling him Applesauce?
What's his name?
His name is it's a German name. It's Apfelsaft. It means apple juice. So applesauce is close, but it would be actually more appropriate to call him apple juice.
All right, I'm gonna call him Apple Juice then.
Let's call him apple juice. All right, looks like Dayaveer is going to
I will say
reconnect.
though, he also does have the better skin on that T-34, and we got to find out how that weighs out.
That's true. Points for better skin. Apfelsaft doesn't have any skin, right? Those are skinless.
No, those are skinless.
It's pretty cool how
Now we got to find out.
whether you own the skins or not, you can still enjoy them in replays. That was nice of you guys to allow that.
Yeah, I think it's more just for like the person using the skin to kind of be able to customize the using a little bit more, give them a little more flair.
So, Dayaveer has 4 upgraded conscript squads with PPSHs and 1 T-34. Apfelsaft now has 3 T-34s. 3 is better than 1.
Yeah. And I mean, he made the right call going tier 3. It's actually interesting against the Soviets. Tier 3 is a really good bet. Just because there's going to be so many infantry being fielded, and your tier 4 buildings are really going to hurt you in terms of your AI.
There's 1 less.
And because he's not dealing with the German, he doesn't have the German armor, so he doesn't have to worry about. He's not going to get penalized as much on the penetration, the low penetration on the T-34.
You're saying stuff that I'm not even following. Oh man, you
Well,
make
what
me
I'm
feel like
saying
such a
is-
strategic noob.
No, I'm just saying there's less value in a Soviet versus Soviet matchup to go tier 4. I'm not saying there's no value. I'm saying that because you get more of a mix of AI, anti-infantry, and anti-tank with your 3rd building, because the Soviets overall have lower armor than their German counterparts, you're not going to get as punished by using your T-34. You're not going to have so much of a desire or need to flank.
Okay, but now I get it. Thank you for laying that out for me. Now I have to digest it. Nice battle, but 2-on-1. That T-34 of Dayaveer's is kaput.
Like I said, it's really tough. Once you get the critical mass on those T-34s.
Dayaveer's problem is that he wasn't able to use the anti-tank gun in that engagement. It just kind of had to sit back. And now if he moves forward, well, now he's moving back. It's back by his strap point. I think pet peeve, Peter. I can't tell whose mines those are. I assume they're Apfelsaft's mines that are on the road outside of Dayaveer's base.
Yeah,
but I would
you can click on them. You can click on them and they'll.
What? How? Oh, and then down at the bottom they get a
mines.
color. Oh, neat. Okay, I didn't know that. Because in COH we're used to the there being a little colored circle around the actual mine in the window. But I didn't even notice. I didn't even think to look down in the unit window. Okay, so I learned something. Yes, I love learning something when I cast. That's great. I think I would learn a lot if we cast together.
Okay, but it just seems interesting. I'm kind of surprised that Apple Juice is Apple Juice. Kind of surprised that Apple Juice it just isn't ending this. I mean, he should have that critical mass at this point to kind of just move in and take everything, for lack of better words. I guess he gets too much engine damage. Maybe that's it.
I mean, if he ran into this AT gun with these 2 conscripts there, it just wouldn't be a cost-effective fight for him. I mean, maybe he could close the door, but why risk it? I think a lot of players in Code 2 would rather play more conservatively and preserve their units than risk going in for base attacks. At least that's what I find.
That's not fun, though.
That's true. It's not fun. That's not how I
fun.
play. I just push everything forward. That's my
No, what I would do if I was him right now, I would move those 2 120s up and start, because that's a choke point right here. That choke point coming out of the western base, that's a huge weakness. You get 2 120s on there, nothing's coming out.
Yeah, Apfelsaft is not even using his mortars. They could be pounding away at these AT guns.
Exactly.
His mortars are killing his own guys. He's got to be a little more. Whoa, they're getting some good kills against the enemy engineers. But I agree, he can push them up some. And there's a long 18A. What'd you say? The mortars are like mini
I'm
howitzers?
surprised that, yeah, like mini howitzers. I'm surprised Dayaveer's not using any Maxims. He has the second build, and Maxims right now, and a key building can give him huge map control.
He's really...
I guess Apple Juice does have the 120, so that might be a risky maneuver.
Just when Dayaveer hoped to kill the one T-34, another comes flying in, flanks an AT gun, takes it down. He's also got conscript support. The remaining AT gun is able to face. Will he get a shot off? Is he blocked by that fence? It looks like he could shoot from there, but he's not.
Might be blocked by True.
And now Apfelsaft brings the other T-34 back from the north. Of course, there's a fresh one coming out of Dayaveer's base. The AT gun burns from a conscript.
Deflection. Talk about RNG.
You're not allowed to say that. Peter, quote, talk about RNG. Oh, man.
Well, that's what it comes down to sometimes, man. Just dice roll. You know, the trick is, as a player, is to try and kind of like use the force to modify or to kind of persuade the RNG gods in your favor.
Enemy contact!
That's right. Offerings are what the gods like, actually. You know,
Offerings of the other players' units, yes.
sacrifices. Or maybe of your own units.
We need to reestablish
And
our supply
Dayaveer's...
Typically, I don't think you want to do that, but yeah.
Yeah. Dayaveer is desperately trying to hang on to his foothold on the left. He's being cut off of the ammunitions by this triple vet and highly understrengthed conscript squad.
If I was Dayaveer right now, I would try and hold out for his IL-2 Sturmovik attack, and that would be a really good kind of just push for him to move in and take vital territory.
How exactly would you try to use the Sturmovik attack? Like, what would your target
Well, the
be?
Sturmovik attack is going to his infantry. You could pretty much wipe out his whole infantry if they come together. Like right now, those two 120s, perfect targets. They'd both be wiped out by the straight command. Especially if you can force a mass retreat. That's another. So just like this Duca straight command, you can pin them in.
Oh, some nice vet obtained by the conscripts. They managed to clear a mine with their face on retreat. Sometimes that's a good way to clear mines on retreat, as long as you don't lose the squad.
Yeah.
It's kind of a lucky break in a strange way.
It's not like in you didn't in VCO you had the received damage modifier, so that was even better in VCO, but we don't have that in COH2.
So it hurts more to
You take
retreat
full
over a
damage
mine.
on retreat.
Yeah. Okay, these AT guns are really out of position. These guards have kind of cornered them, and they have nowhere to run away to. Dayaveer's going to try to dash out and save him. He does manage to save him.
I think Apfelsaft's overextended here.
Dayaveer's still got two AT guns and two T-34s.
I think Apple Juice rather, is saving up for his T-34 E5s. Too bad he didn't have an IS-2. This would be a good situation in IS-2 out.
I would love to see an IS-2. That's a unit that I haven't seen in my casts during the week. But I have seen some very interesting Russian build orders. I saw a straight tier 1 with no conscripts and just penal squads and snipers and guards. That was pretty interesting, and it worked.
You always gotta get one conscript squad with your penals.
In the end, he did.
That's a must.
But not until very late. He opened penals. It was pretty interesting. Penals, snipers, M3s.
Yeah, people underrate penals. Penals are really good DPS. They have the same durability as a conscript squad, but their DPS output I think is 2.5 times that of a conscript squad.
And I've seen the build that Apfelsaft used by unlocking this commander doctrinal mortar and calling that in after 4 or 5 conscripts. And that seems to be a very strong early game build.
All right, here we go. We got the two T-34 E5s coming out.
In the nick of time.
I just noticed that Dayaveer has the ML-20. He definitely should have built one of those. That would have been really, really valuable for him in this game. If anything else, taking out the 120s.
these T-34-85s are just going to slurp up all the damaged units that are in the center. Dayaveer,
2 AT guns, so if he turns that around.
Dayaveer probably thought he was doing so well with this push, but now all of his units are almost dead, and it's really only these AT guns that can save him. Whoa! Did the AT gun get a crit?
No, can't get a crit at that level. Yeah, he must have hit mine. Yeah, he hit a mine right up here.
Okay, one T-34 down.
Laid a mine.
Nice use of the house by Apfelsaft to block against the AT guns.
Nice use the common engineers up here. They're flamethrowing the 345, trying to get overheating that.
It's getting ugly and desperate for Dayaveer. He is almost knocked out of this. This is like a fight to the death. Think so? He lost all his armor. He lost both of his AT guns.
Yeah. AT guns he can recruit.
He's not going to be able to control the territory, I don't think. Oh, so much violence. That was cataclysmic.
I'm telling you, let's see what those 120s are doing right.
Boy, the center of...
No, 120s aren't taking everything, no?
The center of Semoskiy is littered with detritus.
Squad at full
Yeah,
strength.
see, Applesauce is doing the right thing right now. He's trying to take out those AT guns, knowing that Dayaveer probably doesn't have much at this point in terms of armor.
He's got a new T-34 on the way from his Tier 3. But as long as Apple Juice is able to repair, he's got a fully healthy T-34 hanging out on the west side of the map. And a pretty healthy one in the center. He just needs to repair this one, and he'll be
Don't do it.
He'll be in great shape. Don't do what?
I don't know. I don't know if he should have done that. He tried to recruit. He sacrificed an engineer squad to recruit the AT gun.
Ah.
But the T-34-85s, unlike the T-34 counterpart, it has a very accurate main gun. So it's a high probability it's going to take the crew out of the recruit.
Good to wissen. Good to know. Two triple vet conscript squads guarding the central VP for Apfelsaft. And these mortars,
Yeah, this is pretty much over.
they're getting their licks in, you know. I mean, he's been conservative about them, keeping them back by his own strat point. But, you know, anytime there's action in the center, they get their licks in.
Yeah, no, that's one thing that he did really well. I mean, he preserved his belt, and I think, you know, kudos to him on that one.
It's a straight-up infantry brawl. And looks like Dayaveer is going to get the best of this engagement. Now he's after those mortars. No time to cap. Well, he's going to cap with the engineers and use his conscripts to try to chase off these mortars. They immediately run to safety.
Yeah, like, see, this is what I'm saying. Like, if he had saved up for an IL-2 Stormbrick attack, hitting that base right now would have wiped him pretty much.
240 is a lot of ammo.
It's a lot of ammo for a lot of firepower. So he's doing the right thing. He gets some mines down. Probably the smartest thing he can do right now. I mean, it's not realistic to save up for that off map at this point.
This now belongs to the people and workers of the Soviet
He's
Union.
building another AT gun. It's just that Dayaveer's army is not very large. Let's jump over quickly to Apfelsaft. You can see that he's got a lot more metal and more ammo.
I'm surprised to see that. I guess there's not much crushing because of the AT grenades, but that's one thing I love to do with my T-34s is just crush.
Crush infantry.
Crush everything.
Ram into houses. All right, well, that's GG. What was it exactly that made him throw in the towel? I didn't notice. He just had it. Not quite sure why he quit
Just
at that moment.
the back was broken. You know, the back was broken.
Yes, he saw no future against the stronger player who was leading in VPs, had a better army. All right, let's hop out of this. And yeah, Peter, man, welcome. I'm really glad you could join me this morning. It's very kind of you to spend your Saturday morning hanging out with us here in our Semoskiy 1v1 tournament.
Oh, it's good to be here. You mean you're just lucky the wife allowed me?
Well,
Usually, you know, the weekends are reserved, but she's sleeping. She's sleeping, thankfully.
all right. Well, we Company of Heroes 2 fans thank the wife. All right. The next game I wanted to cast is Korean Army versus Captain Obvious. So maybe you could go grab that. I can give you the link in Steam.
Yeah.